Alrighty, here we go. Just getting things up and rolling here. Oops. There we go. I messed around with some stuff with the speech chat here. Alright. Should be good, should be good. Hey there, DLB. How's it going? Just getting things all set up. Today, definitely need to do some mining. As I, once again, am running out of resources to continue work on the base. That's just how it's going to be for a while. I need about 10 million concrete. Definitely not that much, but pretty close, I would imagine. So I'm going to go hit up the desert, gather some sand, and then come back. And from the stone that I gathered up last stream, that should help me produce a bit of concrete. Before I leave the base, I'll go ahead and give a look and see what I've got, though. I really should start watching my previous streams. You know, just kind of like skipping through to see where I left off, you know. But I think we're not doing too terrible on stone. Oh, I'm standing on top of my base. Okay, cool. Awesome. Honestly wish that this row right here was ramps instead of blocks. I think that would have looked a lot better. And it might have helped with the zombies who were like running over that ledge. Totally tried to open that door with square. Wrong game. Okay, let's see where we're at, what we're doing, what we got. Okay, so I dropped stone off in there. I still have stuff in my inventory. Oh my gosh, my stone! It's all gone. What did I do? Oh, yeah, okay. I'm making like 8,000 concrete. I was like, I know I just got stone, it's all... Alright, so the stone's gone. I have to go gather up some more of that. My gosh, I have so much coal and nitrate. I had no idea I had that much. I'll never have to worry about gunpowder again. I should start making some bullets though, just to kind of like use some of that up. But it's like I'm not really hurting for ammunition either. It's like, I mean, I guess I can make some 7.62 rounds, but beyond that, like I'm not doing too bad. I could just start like running around with the AK full time. I guess, I don't know. Going to make a club and bow real quick. I'm doing fine on cloth. Yeah, like, I've been thinking about going and dealing with the garden, but honestly, I don't even know what to grow. I have so much stuff that I have no idea what I would grow. Alright. Let's see if I'm in the process of making any gas. I am not, so I might as well. Because I'm about to come back with a bunch more oil shale. What are we looking at? 4 minutes even. Getting down there. I'm going to do 410. Because a lot of times if you do it right at the number that's required, it won't actually make the last one, which is kind of weird. have enough oil shale to do that like 4 more times. Or 2 more times using up both of the chem stations. Wow. And our food and water supply. Oh, what day is it? I need to go check. I guess I'll have to wait until the daytime. But I can't remember. I may have just let my vending machine lapse. If that's the case, I'm gonna be very bummed. I mean, it's not like I really need the money, but it's just kind of a waste to lose all those items. I'll put some of these back. There's too many bandages. Actually, I'm going to use one of those, because I don't really need to eat. And that would be a way that I would get some of my hit points back. Oh yeah, blood bags. My gosh, I got blood bags. I'm getting a lot of frame loss right now. I wonder if a wandering horde is kind of spawning in. That's kind of what it feels like. Okay. All I really need to do is pick up some gas on my way out, and I'll be good to go. Man, I am getting a lot of frame loss. Like, what's going on? I don't see any zombies. I don't have any more, like, forges and things like that running than I normally do. Actually, I have less. Oh, there they are. You probably can't see them through this glass. But yeah, that's one thing that's kind of a bummer, is just getting so much frame loss from that. Oop, there they go. I almost wish it was 10 o'clock because I would go down in the pit and see if they can clear the walls at where they currently sit. It is nearly runtime though. I'll just go take a peek. Whoa, that's weird. And I do need to do something about this door. Like, I don't think it's in the best place. I think if I take out the spike directly in front of it, it should be fine. Still undetected. Oops. That was a heck of a shot, I'll tell you what. Alright, zombies. Bring it! I'm sensed. And here comes a zombie. Not even close. But they're running at an angle, they're not like running straight at me. I want to say that's good. I want to say that's high enough. I think what I might end up doing, when I get back from mining, I might go ahead and, oh geez, run the forges for a bit. And just kind of like invite some screamers over. Man, my aim is awful. I've been playing too many different games. Wow. I'm not used to the slide, right? Every time I let go of the stick, it still moves. Alright. That's fine. That's enough testing of things, I guess. I got a lot of work to do. I don't have time to play with the zombies. That's the full one. Check and see if the mini bike needs any gas first. Not really. I'm gonna take one more just in case. I doubt I'm gonna use it, but... and I've always got more in the mini bike. Like, what are we up to now? 68 barrels. That is a lot of gas. Who is that? I got zombies over here also? I can't let them just hang out by the entrance here. Since there's no way to get under here, they'll just sit there and beat on it. And before I know it, it'll be broken blocks. Oof. These must have been all the ones that kind of wandered by. Congratulations, you made it past the pit. I don't know, from the direction he just came from. Maybe that's why I was having so much frame loss. It was like I had two separate wandering hordes. Alright. Another crawler. Alright, brother, come on. What is this? Oh, it's a hole that I made. Oops. Probably wasn't my fault, though. Oh, man. Take everything with me. Alright, let's go. Man, this base looks massive from here. But it was kind of fun hopping back over to this base. And I really didn't have any wooden spikes out. I had just a few, and it seemed to work just fine. So, I mean, that design right there was good enough. You know, on console, like playing on the top 17 PC, there's a vast difference. From what I hear, the AI is much improved, and they will just, like, tear down your pillars. No more, like, standing right above them. Oh, that was loud. I did not turn that down. Hey there, Johnny. Yeah, that's a ton of cement. And I'm out to go gather up some more sand so that I can continue making it. I still need a lot of concrete to finish this place out. I don't know if... Oh, okay, I know where my marker is now. My marker is just letting me know where I left off. when I was out doing the boulder hunting the other day. It is good. There are many, many boulders right around here. But I am both out of sand and stone, so this is very, very bad. It's one thing I've definitely come to realize on this playthrough is trying to do all my mining on stream really restricts the amount of materials that I have. Yeah, it's oh my gosh. I need to go north quite a bit. Yeah, it's pretty massive. Like the main structure, all of the buildings and everything are done. Right now what I'm doing is just finishing out the concrete work. So I have a lot of concrete for the pit that's underneath my base that I still need to get into place there. And then as well as the surface area, I want to get rid of all of the sand and dirt and everything underneath the base and make it all concrete. And that's just going to take like thousands of rebar frames. Hey there, Some Decay. Yeah, I definitely like the pits. They're super nice. I don't use the pit as a horde defense. It's just to catch zombies that are attracted to my forges and all of that. Let me hop off real quick. So on the map here, this is the base. So right here is the pit underneath the crafting area. So like the little bands right around here are the spikes. And this building here is the horde defense itself. So we got like crafting, a garden, living quarters right over here, and then this is just kind of like a tunnel that connects everything. But yeah, the horde defense itself is over here. This pit is just for like catching zombies, so I can run my forges as much as I want and not have to worry about it. I could do that. I could just throw the cement blocks. But if I make rebar frames, because I'm upgrading everything to reinforced concrete, so if I were to just use cement blocks, it would take 10 concrete to make the block and then 10 to upgrade it. Whereas if I use rebar frames, it just takes 10 concrete in a rebar frame. And I've got plenty of iron. Iron is definitely not an issue. Woo, woo. Use a wood frame and replace with block? Okay. And there are a lot of zombies out here. Let's see. But yeah, for right now, I should be able to cut right across here. It's not too far of a drive out to the mine, but I really should have, at some point, built a bridge across the water. I probably would have saved myself a lot of time if I had done that. And I keep saying that, but I never do it. Oops. Let me see. Oh no, those are the forest mines. Surprised I can see those markers on my compass. They're pretty far away from here. I cannot see the ones in the desert. Which the desert is like right over this hill, I believe. Kinda. I'm a little bit far north. But yeah, I am pretty excited to get the work done on this base. This is the only base that I've built so far in this playthrough. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I seem to have the opposite problem right now. I've used so much concrete on this base that I've just been constantly running out of stone. But I seem to have plenty of iron. And I've made, like, a significant number of spikes. Like, I want to say there's at least, like, 300 spikes underneath my base. All upgraded to steel. And actually, I want to say the horde defense also has about 300 or so. And that is a lot of iron and steel needed for all of that. Oh my gosh. I do so much more damage to myself than zombies ever do. So which one is this? Oh, it's just the clay patch, which I do not need. Oddly enough, I think I'm good on clay. Doesn't hurt though. Alright, so we're good on food and water. This stuff I can just drop because I do not need. Yeah. Oh, I need to make exploding crossbow bolts. I did not notice that. Yeah, it was the last game I was playing. I had plenty of stone. It was fantastic. But I also did a lot of mining off stream. I've done all of my mining on stream this game. And it's been pretty interesting. Because I don't want to, come out mining and just spend like, 2-3 hours mining. Because I would do that off stream. Like I would go out for a mining trip after I was done streaming and spend like a good, 2 hours just digging up stuff. So it's made it kind of interesting managing the resources on here. Oof, this place is getting to be pretty massive. You go through more than 48,000 clay in a game? My gosh, what are you using it for? I can definitely see if you're making a bunch of cobblestone. But it is kind of interesting, like clay is used in everything. You use it to make your steel and glass and, I don't know, your brass and your bullet tips with the lead, like everything. You use clay for everything. This is why I have a ton of iron right now. The iron deposits down here are super dense. Like so much so that it's kind of just in my way. What I need is sand. Easy to use that much, yeah. Yeah, I guess I don't know. I'm not sure how much I've used this playthrough so far. Probably a significant amount. And the lighting is a little laggy today. I think my mind's getting too big. And I'm probably just gonna like wear the auger out rather than repairing it like I normally do. There's a bit of iron here and there, but mostly just sand that I'm picking at. Stone mills into sand? Yeah. That is true. But I need the stone. I'm out of both of them right now. It takes a lot more stone to make concrete than sand, that's for sure. Gotta smelt the stone down into cement. Then you gotta use 2 stone per sand. Then cement to make concrete. But I've definitely turned some stone into sand before when I was just flush with it. Mine is only too big if it collapses. That's a good way of looking at it. Oh, how did I must have started on this side last time and worked my way over. So it looks like I've kind of got this space where it's all level. Yeah, this side. Okay. It's been a while since I've been down here. Oh my gosh. The iron deposits down here are extremely dense. I will come out of here with several stacks of iron. I don't really need it. I mean, it's never a bad thing, for sure. Man, you'll see that? I mean, I'm sure you do. I mean, you're watching the same thing that I am. But the mining just got super laggy all of a sudden. It's causing a bunch of tears in the world here. I'm kind of wondering if I just had a wandering horde spawn in above me. I know I'm too far down to summon screamers. Looking like home. Yeah, the bunker bases are nice. This playthrough, I've definitely built one above ground, but I've had some underground ones that I really enjoyed. And it's like, you really don't have to worry about screamers and zombies as long as you don't have anything above the surface. But I did think it would be kind of cool to come down here, like after I'm done with this mine, to come down here and build something. Because there's, like, I already have the space dug out, like there's a ton of space down here. I think I still have a little ways to go before I hit bedrock. I'm getting pretty close, but I don't have a whole lot left before I get there. This is not bad. Not too bad as far as the amount of sand I'm getting right now. I wish it wasn't so buggy, because then I could actually dig without making all these extra holes. It's like super laggy, and so it's like the auger's just hitting all over the place right now. I normally like to be a lot more careful with my digging. It's like I'm hitting blocks. It's like the blocks in front of me are already gone, and I can't see what I'm actually hitting. I'm hitting the blocks underneath. Oh my gosh, so much iron. The oil shale is another thing that is not an issue. Because I've been coming down here so much for all of the sand that I need, I have never gotten even close to running out of oil shale, which is nice. I can do all the driving around and all the digging that I want. I don't have to worry about it. This is why the mine keeps getting bigger and bigger. Like I keep finding pockets of resources that go back into the wall here, so I just like dig it out a little bit farther each time. Also helps me get a bit extra sand. Most of what I'm digging out of the wall there is sand. Alright, where are we at for durability? 26, let's just go ahead and repair it. Nice, we already have the full stack of sand. Oh my gosh, this whole thing is the iron. Iron stacking up quick, we got 2 stacks of it already. Honestly, I think the desert is one of the best places for finding iron. The deposits seem to be so thick out here. It's one of my favorite places to mine, for sure. It seems like you can find everything out here pretty easily. Like on the other side of this mine, back over that way, it's lead. I've absolutely found nitrate and coal and everything out in the desert. Oh my gosh. What are we doing on oil shale? 2100. Yeah, we've already made more than enough oil shale to cover the gas I have or will use today. It only takes like, I don't know, 740 or something like that to make 6,000 gas. Kind of odd, it seems a little bit less laggy now. I don't know why that is. I'm glad. Definitely not going to complain, but it's just kind of odd that it just stopped all of a sudden. I do kind of wonder if it was a wandering horde right above me. Console still struggles with that. Oops. Just like nailed my own frames there. But yeah, these are the supports I have in. I went ahead and put some of these, like these go all the way down to bedrock. Got one right over there, one right here. This kind of holds up the ceiling in a way, but that is how I'm attempting to keep this thing from collapsing out on me. It's honestly pretty hard to collapse. Like, you have to make your mine pretty cavernous before it'll collapse on you. Woo! Let's see where I've kind of hit a few of these there. So yeah, like, I got a bunch of lead right over here. I'll have a quick drink of water here. Let's see, what is our elevation? Negative 44, so we're good. I mean, we still have 13 levels before we make it down to bedrock. There's a whole lot of sand. Nowhere near enough, but it is a lot. One thing I don't think I've found in this mine, maybe I have at some point, I don't know, I've been using this since pretty early on in the game. I don't think I've really come across any like gold or diamonds or anything like that down here. I know it's pretty rare, but I tend to find a little bit of that here and there. I'm wasting sand, you see that? Didn't even leave any up for me. Where are we at? So, nearing 3 stacks of iron. That's pretty nuts. Yeah, not doing too bad on sand. Getting closer to having 2 stacks. Which I am glad that I'm finally done building glass blocks. That was eating up a lot of my sand. Now all of my sand can be devoted to just concrete. Pretty much all my resources from here on out are going to be devoted to concrete. I do need to go down into the pit though and kind of walk around and fix up some of those spikes. Been running the forges a lot and having a lot of visitors stop by the base. something's off about this. It used to get down to 24% with that last refuel. I probably wasn't paying attention and accidentally refueled early at some point in here. But this will be the last trip that I do, or the last layer. I'm not going to spend any more time down here than that. And that's kind of what I've been doing a lot of times. Just come down here, shoot through a couple layers, and then head back. I'll most likely stop by and hit up some resource boulders along the way. I really, really need some stone. I'm completely out. I probably only have about 20,000 concrete or so at the base. Which is not bad. 20,000 concrete is good for 2,000 rebar frames. But that'll probably be like just enough to finish the pit. And that's about it. I assume the surface area is probably going to take about 10,000 rebar. So I need about 100,000 concrete to get that done. But that's like an extremely rough guess. Like I haven't really measured it out to see what I'm looking at. And honestly, 10,000 might be a modest guesstimate. I think I'm going to leave the asphalt. I will end up flattening it out with just like by placing frames on it to level it, make sure it's all the same level as the concrete. If not, it'll just look kind of awkward. So that's the majority of what we're doing now. The base itself is completely functional. Works just fine. I can get around all the sections. I finished all the tunnels. Everything now is just primarily for aesthetic's sake. Like, I don't need to replace all of the surface blocks, right? But I think it looks kind of janky, being like sand and grass and dirt and just a bunch of junk. And that's definitely something I enjoy. It's like, if I'm going to put this much time into a base, I'm gonna make it look nice. There was a point when I would just kind of like, you know, finish a base, make sure that it worked, and I was like, alright, cool, on to the next project. And then I just had a bunch of like what I would consider half-done bases. Like, yeah, they worked, but they kind of looked like crap, to be honest. Okay, you gotta fix that. But I'm getting to the point where I'm pretty excited to get onto the next project. I don't know if I'm gonna continue this playthrough. Like, this map has been pretty cool. You can see all the way down to bedrock. Neat. There we go. Oh, and don't ever like walk into something like that, because you can like straight up fall through the game. I did that one time. It was on like one of these pillars that go down to bedrock. Basically, I just dug my way down while I was mining, and one of those tears opened up in the side of it. And I just like got a little too curious and went to look into it and fell all the way down to the bottom of where my pit was at. It was a good like, I don't know, 40, 50 blocks, something like that. Wasn't enough to kill me, thankfully. I had max health when I did it. But it was definitely a long fall. And see, like, this block isn't even here. What do you mean? Tearing up plenty. Yeah, I know, right? I don't know why it does this. Like, console definitely has a lot of issues with mining. Console has a lot of issues with many, many things. Mining has many issues to deal with. 25. There we go. So where are we at? Oh, nearly 3 stacks of sand. That's actually pretty good. We have over 3 stacks of iron now. I mean, I guess if I really wanted to maximize my sand for the day, I would just go dig off the surface levels. I wouldn't get any stone out of the deal. Like right now I'm getting 8 sand, 4 stone per block. If you go hit the surface, I think it's like the first 2 or 3 layers of the surface, something like that, you get 10 sand per block that you break. But honestly, I need the stone as well. I'm not losing out on that much sand to do it this way. Alright, where are we at? 1,700 gas left. I actually ended up using a lot more gas than I thought I would down here. I guess as the mine itself has gotten larger and larger, it's taken more to do those 2 layers that I normally do every time I come down here. That's fine. I am getting what I need out of here. Game, come on, work with me here, please. Stop tearing. I mean, I can. Now my frame's invisible. Oh man, this is bad. Now my frame won't pick up. Okay. Wow. I don't know what's up with this today. This is like extra bad. Worse than it normally is, that's for sure. But this is the last little bit down here that I'll be doing. I don't see myself spending a lot more time down here. I want to get to work on that base. It should be pretty interesting though, because I will have the forges running. So I will most definitely be having some screamers come by while I'm working on the pit. Which is the main reason that I need to make some more exploding crossbow bolts. As long as I can kill them before they see me, it'll save me a lot of time in having to deal with screamer hordes. I guess I could bring some of those Silence of the Lambs quests with me, right? I mean, I don't really need the skill points, but give me something to do, right? much iron. Too much. I'm pretty sure I would have been absolutely fine if I hadn't gotten any iron today. Watch, I'll make a bunch of spikes or something like that and be like, oh my gosh, I'm completely out of iron, I need more iron. Tends to go that way a lot of times. Just thinking that I'm good to go on a resource, then all of a sudden I make a bunch of something, you know, and just all of a sudden I'm completely out of it. Except for oil shale, my goodness. I'll never run out of oil shale. Got 4,000 already today. Alright. Almost done here. I should at least make it to where I don't have to come back to the desert for a little while. It's kind of the goal. So I'm spending a little bit more time down here than I normally would. Another lead deposit? I have 2 lead deposits down here? Interesting. Let's see how far back that goes. This mine's just gonna get bigger and bigger. Seems like it just keeps going back this way. Open it up! Open it up! But even though some of this stuff I don't really need, I'm definitely not going to just waste it. You know, just like dig on, right on by it without gathering it up. So once I make my way all the way down to bedrock, like, I'm not coming back into this mine anywhere. Alright, looks like the next level will also need to be taken back. But that will be for my next trip down here. Yeah. Alright, where was I? Okay. That's something I have to watch out for when mining. I'm easily distracted by resource veins that just kind of like go off in different directions. I'm like, ooh, what do we have over here? And just like take off digging. Stay on task. Get out of here at some point. Oops. I ran it all the way down. Good thing I brought a lot of repair kits. And I'm making a mess of this end. Hey, why is there like a little shelf right here? Interesting. Apparently I need to dig it out. Are we back down? Okay, so we're back down to the surface level. Look at all these resources! My gosh! They're everywhere. Okay, most of that was sand. Never mind. Never mind. My gosh, how much is left of this? I keep thinking that I'm like right close to finishing this level off, and there's more. Probably has nothing to do with me getting sidetracked and like extending the mine. I'm sure it has nothing to do with that. Oop, there's the wall. Got another little nook. Keep leaving these little iron deposits like one more click. My gosh. The last 100 gas. I didn't think I would use this much today. My apologies for the long mining trip here. And maybe I shouldn't apologize. I need to do this so that I can work on the base. I just know mining is not like the most interesting thing to watch. And after I leave here, I'm gonna go drive around and hit up some boulders, so I don't know. Alright, so that's it. Finished yet another layer. Let's see where we're at. Negative 45. Getting ever closer. Kinda made a mess out of this place, but it's alright. There we go. Oh yeah, how much sand did we end up with? Oh, that's nice. We got 4 full stacks of sand. That's fantastic. 2 stacks of stone. My gosh. Amazing. That will absolutely help out. We're going to need a significant amount of stone, though. Oh, it's already 2100. Man, spent the whole day down here. Ew. Oh, I haven't really been over here. Maybe I go check this area out real quick for some boulders. It's like directly south of me. There's like a few here and there out here in the desert, but not very many like dense clusters of them. Plenty of gas. Oh my gosh. All these full stacks in here. Probably shouldn't be eating something hot while I'm in the desert, but that's alright. Well, that didn't take long. And I also have a really bad habit of leaving my mini bike light on. One of these days it's gonna come back to bite me. Alright, yeah, let's go ahead and head to the forest. I don't think I'm really gonna find too many dense patches out here. Oh, it's a 10. Okay, I thought that was like a oddly shaped section of the desert. POIs always have like odd effects on the terrain. And these big boulders I found are not too bad either. I think when I was digging through some of those, I was getting about 1,000 stone per boulder. And there was a lot of zombies out here. Let's just go ahead and kind of deal with that. Let's drink a beer, just in case. Alright, zombies, let's go. Ooh, aim is terrible. Alright, I gotta get my timing down. Oh, she juked me. Last second, ran off in a different direction. She's got some pretty serious moves. I broke that dude's arm off, he still nailed me. Ah! These big guys, though, they take so much damage. Alright. I hear somebody, but I don't see him. Oh, they're just chilling back over there. Oh, we've already got exploding bolts on. Good times. Oh, I thought there were more. That was kind of a waste of an exploding bolt. Oops. Yeah, sure, just like hit everything around this zombie. So where are all the other zombies that I just killed? I heard some of their bodies get destroyed, which is fine. Where'd they all go? Is this not the patch I was just fighting them in? Did all their bodies get destroyed? Alright, well, I don't feel like spending time looking for them. Boulder digging at night is a little treacherous. Luckily, the time passes pretty quickly while doing this. It'll be daylight before I know it. And this is nowhere near as bad as like when I used to play on Always Run. It's like there was never a break from that. If I ever wanted to hop off the mini bike to do something, I always had to fight the zombies, which is like interesting, but can be kind of irritating at times as well. Yeah, at one point I was doing Always Run insane difficulty. Right now I'm on what is it? The one below insane, whatever it is, survivalist or some jazz. But insane is just like they have so many hit points. It's just kind of excessive, if you ask me. Alright, let's check this out. We got 3,048 stone. Let me eat one of these up. Looks like the zombies have already gotten to it a little bit. May not get as much as I had hoped. Let me see what we're doing here. Is it still 3? No, I'm getting furious. I need to repair this thing. I'm wasting gas. Ah, I'm wasting stone. I don't think it takes very long to do this, just to tear down one of these stones. And 4,400 now. So we got about 1,400 stone just from that one boulder. So it's really not too bad as far as the resource cost goes there. And it's snowing. We are really close to a snow biome. It's kind of neat how it worked out. The top of this mountain is the snow biome. The random generated terrain doesn't always work out that way, but this time it did. Could have swore, yep. I could have swore I heard one of these guys. Get wrecked. Give me some sunglasses. Lumberjacks are probably one of the more scary zombies to deal with. They're enormous. They have a ton of hit points. They hit like a truck, and they're faster than you. Like, you can't outrun them. They are no joke. Oh, I kind of like doing this. For a long time, I just kind of like left all these alone. Pretty useful. Like a lot of stone contained in a small area. Alright, now I think I'm hearing things. Alright. A little bit nervous. Oh man, I gotta stop wasting stone. Oh, the burning zombies? Yeah. Burning zombies are no joke. They're also faster than you, and they set you on fire. don't think I've ever been to the top of this mountain. Woo! Oh, there are 2 peaks here. Nice. Yeah, 2 little snow caps. Pretty neat. Alright, I probably should start heading back. Like, I'm gonna hit little boulder patches and things along the way, but I do need to head back to the base. This is just too good. Like, being able to hit these up real quick is a fantastic way to gather up some resources. Zombie! Oh, it takes too long to reload. Oh man, I juked him out pretty hard. He's very confused. No, don't hit that boulder. I can use that for resources. A couple of stone axes. I mean, I can scrap them for the stone, right? Like 3 stone per axe there. Oh, no! No, no, no! Dog horde! Wandering dog horde. Not a fan. Not a fan. Oh, I hit the cotton. Are you kidding me? Get wrecked, dog. So agile. Tiny little hitboxes. Any more? Yep. Definitely here. At least one. It sounds like he's stuck on the other side of this rock here. Yep. Oh, there's more! And I'm bleeding out. Oh, come on, heal! Switch back to your club! Oh my gosh. The dog hordes are no joke. This is a lot of dogs. How many dogs are we up to? Like 10 right now? Oh my gosh. Anybody else? Alright, let's go ahead and count these up. 1 dog. 2, 3, 4. Oh my gosh, hit the dog. 5. I'm hitting everything but that dog. 6. 7. It seemed like there were more than that. There's 8. Maybe it was just 8. That's still a pretty good number of dogs. Oop. There's 9 right here. Yeah, I mean, because my crosshairs are on the dog, I want you to hit the ground. Come on, game. Work with me, please. So yeah, like 9 or 10 dogs. Good times had by them, not me. I hate dogs. Zombie dogs in like all games are awful. That leather though. Come on, game. There we go. Jump! There we go. There's like one little shot left. Alright. And I really wish I would have been doing this from the beginning. I kind of just like avoided these. It's like, oh, they're just regular, boulders. But if you, I mean, seriously, if you dig one of these out, you're getting more than 1,000 stone per boulder. Gotta stop hitting the dirt. I guess I could do this, right? I just put it right back in the ground. Wait, where's it? I know there's like another spot that I hit. Maybe not. There it is. Oh, I put all of it back. Sometimes you'll have a little bit left. Anyway. Got quite a bit of stone now. I need an antibiotic. I need to put more in the mini bike. I didn't realize I was so low. All right, let's start heading back. I've spent quite a bit of time out here today. Pretty much just head northeast from here. Woo! Even at our cap 10 meters per second here, you can catch air every once in a while. There's still so much desert for me to explore, and there's a lot of places I haven't been to yet. The map in general is pretty unexplored. I have a lot of exploration I should probably do one of these days. So we... oh, already failing. I'm going to try to drive here with one hand. Let me switch this. Hold up. Alright. Drive with my left hand. Get water with the right hand. Trying to use the left analog stick with my right thumb was not working. Should probably just keep like a glass of water. I keep having this water bottle that I have to unscrew the lid from. I guess I could leave the lid off, but, oh jeez, I'm stuck. The bottom is a little bit, it's kind of rounded, so it has a pretty high chance of spilling if I just leave the lid off. I guess I just need to upgrade my beverage container for streaming. Ooh. Force is not loaded in yet. Here we go. And it is still daytime, so I'll have time to swing by the trader real quick. I'm really hoping that I didn't let my vending machine lapse. I kind of forgot about it. I want to say I had until day 250 something though. Hey there, June Dolly. How's it going, man? Just doing the trip back home here. Got some pretty good resources gathered up out in the desert. Not doing too bad. One of these days I should really come out to the hub city to do some looting. Yeah, I'm back on the addiction. Yeah, this is the game. Ooh. So many zombies. I need to come here. Oh! Oh, crap. Did I just kill you? Man, see, I can't just, like, leave the bodies laying around out here. It's no good. It's bad for the game, honestly. What do you mean? Oh, there's, like, multiple spiders. And I know I'm bleeding out right now. I'm just gonna kind of let that work itself out. Oh, right on. I do appreciate that like. Woo. Kind of figured the bleeding stopped. I think we're getting pretty close. Alright, well it looks like, actually I should probably use bandages. Saw a cop coming. We're gonna have a pretty big mess to clean up here. Is that another dog? Right on. Well, have a good afternoon, June. I guess depending on 9 bullets, that's all you've got for me. I guess it's depending on where you are currently. It's afternoon here in Pacific Northwest in America. $600 cowboy boots. Come on. See, and this is why I try not to run any zombies over, because I know I need to stop and clean up the mess if I do. cloth. Alright, I know I'm kind of like dropping a bunch of stuff out here. Should probably keep some of that around, but don't really have the space. I mean, I guess I kind of do, but a lot of this stuff I just have a ton of, don't need. Duct tape is pretty valuable stuff, though. Alright, the rest of this stuff I'll drop here in just a minute. Glad I got those 9 bullets, though. Whatever, cop. Oh, yeah, there was this dog here. And the leather, I'm probably just going to sell off. Like, I have a ton of leather back at the base, so I'm just going to sell it off. I'm not really worried about it. I think that was it. I don't think there's any more bodies laying about. Okay. Just going to kind of let... Oh, did it disappear? Good times. Despawning items, let's go. Okay, I've got a ton of leather back at the base. Oh man, look at all these boulders though. I'll come back out here. I got a good amount of stone. Oops, there's a tree. Got a good amount of stone and sand for the day, so I'm gonna head back to the base and get to doing some work. I should have enough. I'm hoping that I have enough now to finish out the walls of the pit. And like that's another thing. It's like you absolutely don't need to make your walls solid concrete from bedrock to surface, but man, it looks good. And next time I need stone, I'm just going to come out here. Like, there are a ton of these stone patches, these little boulders, the large boulders. I mean, there's just all over the place. It's very rich with resources right out here. What am I stuck on? My driving is awful at the moment. Let's see, my crossing point should be right around over here. Get to see the amazing bridge that I built. Ah, there it is. Took a lot of work, I tell you. It's pretty intense. I'm hyped that it's daytime. Stop by the trader real quick. I don't think I need to buy anything from him. Like, there might be like, who knows, maybe I'll buy a little ammunition or something, but as far as items that I need for the base, I think I'm good. I can't really think of anything else that I need to buy from him. Wish he had some medicine cabinets. I don't know if that's a thing. I don't ever remember seeing those at a trader. But I need things to like finish out the med bay in my base. Because right now it just looks like a few beds and like a desk. There's like nothing that's all that good in there. Let me just grab that just in case. What have you got, Trader Marin?
You need assistance?
See, he has so much ammo. My gosh, 222 rounds. Oh, he's got one of those good sinks. Those are kind of hard to come by. Oh, yeah, I'll buy a couple of those. Why not? And again, like I was just thinking about buying some ammunition, but oh man, I have a ton of gunpowder back at my base, so it'd be kind of a waste. So let's go ahead and sell him this leather. A little bit of money for that. Yeah. Oh yeah, when's your next respawn day, brother? 2:38. Okay. So he just respawned today. Let's check our vending machine. $0. $4,500. Alright, so we definitely had a few items, so not too bad. Oh, 252. Okay. I was kind of worried that I had let that lapse in my rental. We're doing alright. Missed it. Put our monies back. Fill up the mini bike a bit. Do we have room for everything? No. Pretty close. Not quite. Sweet, we are back to town. See, there's still there's so many boulders out here. I keep going on these long trips to gather up boulders, but there's a ton of them right around my city. Oh man, there's zombies hanging out at my horde defense here. This used to be a working stiff, so I kind of have a feeling that's why zombies still spawn here. He's gonna break my leg, I'm gonna be upset. Man, he was sturdy. Oops. Walked right over my own spikes. Wait, where'd he go? Oh. I think that was it, though. It's not bad. I do kind of want this stuff to despawn, though. Another thing that I need to do is I need to bring some steel out here. I want to make these first, 3 on all these pillars. I want to make all of those steel. I mean, I guess I could make them steel all the way up. I don't really see a whole lot of need for that. Just in case, because there have been times where zombies get kind of hung up on these things. Is that a wandering horde? No, just one zombie. Hanging out at the old Shaka Messiah. I guess what's left of it. There's a couple. But they can hang out there. I just don't want them hanging out at my base. So they can start tearing things up. But yeah, this is the pit. You can kind of see, I'm doing concrete all the way up, from bedrock to the surface here. So that's where the majority of all this concrete is going to be going. That's a lot. It's a lot of doing to be done. Oh my gosh, I'm never going to make it inside. aiming is so weird on this game. Can I drink? Nope. Yep. Definitely needed to chop that grass. Alright, anybody else? Anybody else want to come slow up my progress here? I think that's about it. But yeah, this is the old garden. I kind of dug it up to get the fertilizer back out of it. I needed to put some more up top because the section of this collapsed one day for unknown reasons. That pillar's taking some damage. But yeah, this corner right here fell off. Like the pillars were still here. None of the pillars collapsed. This corner just like fell off. It was really, really weird. Had a couple issues with that for a while. It seems to have kind of sorted itself out. At least I'm hopeful that it has sorted itself out. Come on. There we go. Need to hit the tree farm one of these days. That day is not today. Nope, that is not the money safe. Money safe. There we go. Gotta stop picking up random junk. Oh, we're like 1900 shy. Well, that needs to go over into the living quarters so we can do that. Alright, how are these all doing? Not too bad, not too bad. They need more stone in them. Oh my gosh. I need to take my phone off of the desk here. So not a ton of stone, but we got a good amount of sand today, and that's really what I was looking for today. Iron. Hey, the iron cabinet's full. Put this back into the reserve iron cabinet. Still like so. Man, I have so much coal. My gosh. Guess I can make a ton of springs, right? Pretty sure you need coal to make springs. That may have sounded like a very strange comment, but I'll have to look into that. Do I have... Okay, they're in there. I have one bar stool. Not sure what I'm going to do with that yet, but I'm going to have to figure something out with that soon. Need to make repair kits. Starting to run out of room in here. Nope. Come on, game. I guess I could just do that right now, right? Just do that while I'm running around doing other stuff. I'm definitely a fan of passive XP. Oops. Just being able to accrue experience while you're doing other things. Alrighty, what do we got here? 9 bullets. Doesn't really do this much. Okay, so I need... Oh my gosh, I'm out of arrowheads. Got like 25 of those. I was not aware of that. Sorry, I need to do just like a bit of base maintenance here. There goes most of our stone. Arrowheads. Yeah, I'm definitely a big fan of the redwood. And it's pretty much our only option. And as far as like having different colors in this game. What do you mean? Come on, game. So, like tapping that button like crazy, nothing was happening. Alright, the rest of this stuff can kind of wait. But we do have some steel, which is good. I'm going to need that for the spikes in the pit. Got plenty of rebar frames. Good times, good times. At least for now. Got 1, 2, yeah, just over 2,000. Honestly, that's not very much. Not as many as I thought. Alright, cool. Oh my gosh, I didn't plan on doing this much stuff around the base. A ton of lead. I don't really need it anymore. Make some bullet tips, but I was mainly using it for glass. Alright, those are still going to be a minute. How much do we have in here? We have no cement in there, okay. So until the stuff is done in the forges, we have no more cement to make concrete with. Alright, how much is in each one of these? There's 5 by 4, so 20. We got 20,000. 25, 26, 27. That's not very much concrete. Okay. I should be able to take... Oh yeah, that's plenty. I'm gonna take whatever I got here. Like, I don't need to make a ton. I guess if I make a good number of them, I won't have to worry about it for a while, right? I need to organize this stuff, my gosh. How many can I make? 199? My gosh. I don't need that many. Although, like I said, if I do this, I won't have to do it for a while. Let's do it. Why not? See if I have room in here. With 3 gunpowder. The only thing that doesn't fit is the duct tape. Let's do that then. Alright. So that's all going. I need to make a trip over to the living quarters. Eat a bit of food. And then when I come back, I can gather up all my resources and head down to the pit. Hey, and it's almost nighttime, so I can kind of test out the height of those walls again. I'm not quite ready to cap them off. I need to grab some more bandages as well. Yeah, my med bay is looking pretty weak. I don't really have a whole lot in here. I was hoping I get some like medicine cabinets to put up top or something. What would be cool is if you could get a gurney or something, or like IV stand or something in the game. That would be really cool. I don't really have that stuff here. We might as well top off. We got a lot of blueberry pie. Here's the confine. Not really making anything at the moment. Alright, we're good. Oops. Wow, I did not make that turn at all. My gosh, that was terrible. And see, we've already got our first screamer. I don't know if you can see her right there. She's just hanging out on the edge of the pit. Just hanging out, waiting to come say hi. Don't worry, I'll be down there momentarily. Oh, I forgot to put wood in those ones. Put a bunch of stone in there and then didn't put any wood. Okay. Always so much base maintenance to be done. Okay, so those do stack to 500. That's good enough. Alright, so all we need are rebar frames. Might as well take them all. Probably going to use all of those. Rebar frames and concrete. How many? Actually, we can take all of that. And we will run out of concrete before we run out of frames. Cool. She's still up there. I just want to damage her. So I wanted to scream and call in some zombies now that it's after 10. So I have to see if they can clear this. I'm sensed? What do you mean I'm just sensed? I like shot you. There she goes. Alright, let's see what happens. You did summon somebody in, right? Oh, he almost made it. See that Looney Tunes fall, man. They go running like straight out. Yeah, I need to fix that issue right there. This is no good. No one's made it over yet. And if I make this any taller, I mean, it's like I might as well just put them up to the bottom of the base. Alright, lady, that's enough screaming. Where are you? I don't know where she's at. She's still up there on the ledge, maybe? She's like screaming down at me. And the spiders. See, that's one issue that I need to deal with, because they can just climb right over. I'm pretty sure I know how I'm going to deal with that. Yeah, that needs to be fixed right here. Alright. Yeah, just this one spike right here. I think if I take that out, maybe put spikes around it like that, I think that would probably fix the issue. Of course, they'd be able to like just sit in this empty spot and hit on that block, but it should prevent them from banging on the door. Alright. Well, I need to get out and work on the walls there. The only issue that I'm going to see with that right now is the constant screamers. Still has 9 minutes left. And I guess I could put it on hold for a bit. Yeah, because I'm about to have like 6,000 cement available. So maybe I just put these on hold for a minute. Just kind of make up what I can here. Did I miscount that? I thought there was about 2,000 available on each. 2, 4, 6. Oh wait, no, we're good. Okay. And our stone's gone. Yep, 300. Alright, let's go ahead and turn these off for a bit. Pretty sure there is another screamer chilling out down there. That's not too bad. I guess we can hop out and take a look real quick, right? Yep, there she is. If I hit myself... Doing all I can to not fall in the pit! Oh my gosh! Oh man, I was trying really hard. Alright, well... I was hoping I could just hang out on that railing. That was not the case. Yeah, this spike needs to go. Hey, zombie. If I really wanted to, I could probably even raise it up another block. Alright, well, to the splints! That was a bit of a fall. That would have made Christine's day. Alright. It's kind of unfortunate, but I do think I will end up... where are they? Oh, there they are. I do think I'm going to end up raising these walls again. Like, I don't know. It's hard to tell. Seems like some of the zombies can almost make it, but... I mean, we're almost up to the bottom of the base here. Let's take a peek. I don't know why stacking frames down here is so hard. Oh, wow. I'm glad it wasn't actually underneath the base there. I would have nailed it. Yeah, I mean, we're almost up to the bottom here. Like, this is... Surface is right there. Negative 27. I think that's where surface is at. It's either negative 27 or negative 26. That looks like about surface. How high is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. But raising these up like 5 more blocks, it will take 3,000 concrete. So, I don't know. That's why I've been trying to not go all the way up to the top there. It is taking a significant amount of concrete just to get them to where they currently are. And I do have a screamer out here somewhere. I'm undetected. Maybe she just died. But yeah, I do need to come out here and kind of repair up. So you can see some of these spikes are pretty damaged. Let's do this. I have a fantastic habit of running over my spikes and doing a ton of damage to myself. It almost feels like my leg is just sprained though. Movement speed, 72%. Now it sounds like we just have random zombies up there. And see, I think if those were ramps rather than blocks, that might help. Because then they would kind of like slant down. I thought that was a zombie for a second. I was like, what are you doing flying around, zombie? Aim, why are you so difficult? Pretty excited that they ended up... Oh gosh, yeah, that's really slow. But yeah, pretty excited that they ended up getting rid of the bees. The bees are kind of like a useless enemy in this game. They generally just like fly around and annoy you. They don't really attack you ever. Once in like a very long while they will do so, but other than that, they just kind of buzz around. And I gotta stop breaking my leg right before I do this stuff. I did the same thing last time. I like broke my leg right before I started this. 1 hour, 9 minutes. So, I mean, it's gonna be splinted up for the majority of the day. Ah, water. I'm sure that sounds kind of odd on the stream. Alright. My chair is getting kind of creaky these days. Definitely gotten my money's worth out of it though. Played many, many hours of games in this thing. There's a zombie right above me. And see, I shouldn't have put that layer on. The idea was to keep them off of this wall, but that didn't work. Oh, the screamer's up top still. But yeah, so now when I get up to the top, it's going to be very interesting because I've got this whole layer right above me. I don't know. We'll just kind of deal with that when I get there. Cobblestones. Something I should bring down here. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm putting up a concrete wall around this whole thing. It doesn't matter if the stone is damaged behind it. I mean, ideally, the zombies will never touch this. The bottom few blocks, maybe? That should be about it. Oh my gosh, my dude is so slow. There are a couple of these on here so I don't forget. It's kind of just like give myself a way back down. This is a little like frustratingly slow. kind of tempted to go out and dig up some boulders while I wait for my leg to heal. But, I mean, there's a good chance that I'm going to fall off here at some point and just break it again anyway, so... I don't know if it really made much of a difference. I was really hoping that I could balance on the railing there. I know you can do it. I'm just, I was not doing a very good job of it. Oh, this is gonna drive me nuts. Because I should be able to do this much faster. It would probably take about half as much time if my leg were not broken. I do have all those boulders like right next to my base. Go dig them up. Let the forges run for a bit while I'm gone too, I guess. Although I am probably exaggerating when I say I could do it twice as fast. I mean, you can't like run and do this section or you'll skip blocks. It's just like the laying down of frames would be a lot smoother. Maybe down one more row. And it's gonna take so much. Seems like I can get like 3 rows done with 500 frames. I have a lot of rows left. Hey, what is that? Oh, okay. It's one that, I actually broke that when I was originally digging down. Oh, the good old days. That was a long time ago when I dug this pit out. It's been sitting here unfinished for like well over 100 days. Just keep hearing zombies up there. They're just hanging out. I mean, they don't want to come down and visit, apparently. With all of these bodies laying around, though, I don't blame them. Just look down and see a pit full of bodies. You're like, no, I'm good. I have 44 left after doing 3 rows. Just kind of do that so I remember to give myself a way back down. There have definitely been times where I've been working on a wall or something like this and then forget to give myself a way back down. Alright, we're gonna try it. I'm gonna leave my water bottle open. Easy access. It's too much trouble trying to unscrew the cap every single time. Oof. Just burning through that concrete. How much did I come down here with? Like 6,000? Well, I guess I've just used over 500 frames, so nearly 5,000 concrete then used already. Ooh. Welcome back, Junelli. Laying down many frames as I walk in circles out around here. Trying to get these walls finished up. I'm still testing out how high these pillars need to be. I mean, it seems like I'm pretty much going to have to take them up to the bottom of the base there, but do that another time. Gonna get a gaming PC in the future? I would very much like to. It would be pretty awesome. But since I want to, if I were to do that, I'd want to get one that I could also stream from. And I would need a pretty decent PC to get that done. It would be super fun, because then I could play the newest version of this game. And then gaming in general, like, PC is pretty much the way to go. The console's not bad. It's like there are way less issues that you generally have to deal with. You just put the game in and it works. But there's just so much more you can do with a PC. It'd be really nice to be able to play on PC versus console. Yeah, mods? Yeah, there are actually a lot of mods out there for 7 Days to Die. Some really cool ones. I've watched some people play. And just games in general. I think if I were to get a gaming PC, I'd have to be a lot more devoted to streaming. Like, I try to stream whenever I can, but I'd have to put a lot more time into it. I'd want it to be worthwhile to pay that much for a PC. I might even like switch over to streaming on Twitch versus YouTube. Like, I think it would be easier to monetize the stream on Twitch versus YouTube stuff. We'll see. Maybe I start doing a little Twitch streaming from the console to see how it goes. I had originally started over there when I started streaming, but I never really got any viewers when I was on 7 Days to Die, so I switched over to YouTube, and one of the first times that I switched over, I had a few people show up, so I've just kind of stuck with YouTube ever since then. If I had stuck with Twitch, though, I probably would have had some followers by now. The main things that I enjoy about this game, just like the ability to do whatever you want, really, as far as building goes. I really enjoy like the building and crafting aspect of the game. I think it's mixed in pretty well with the different like survival aspects and having to fight off the regular hordes of zombies. Every once in a while, though, when I'm in the middle of a project, dealing with the 7-day horde kind of gets irritating. But I just love being able to build so many different styles of bases just to see what works, what you can do, and what doesn't work. There's all the lessons that you can learn from that. Like the last playthrough that I was doing, I had like 10 different bases. This playthrough, I've just been making one base. So, I mean, you can see like, we're 230 something days in, and I've only done this one base. Yeah, the last one I had definitely, I had bases all over the map in various biomes, various like styles and designs. It was a ton of fun. So I kind of just like that aspect of being able to do so many different things with the game. But there are some like less than entertaining parts. Like, I don't mind doing this stuff right here, but I mean really all I'm doing is walking around in a circle. Just laying down frames and then upgrading them to concrete, and I walk around in a circle again, lay down some frames, upgrade them to concrete. It's kind of like the finished product that I'm most excited about in game. Oops, this one. Need to check and see how much concrete I have left after this trip. If I can't afford to do another row with what I've got, I should hop down and go pick some up. Have I looked into Ark? No, I haven't. A lot of people will say that I should look into that game. Maybe one of these days I will. I don't know, I've just got... Oh yeah, well, that worked out. I got like 77 left. But yeah, there's just so much left for me to do on here. I guess that's the way I feel about it. I feel like there's a ton to do. Where are they? I hear these zombies. Might have to get up top and look around. Alright, so that cabinet, empty. Grab another like 6,000. Well, let's grab 10. That stuff's not got too much longer left on it. How are we doing on the food and water? Good. See, where are we at? Negative 45. Oh man. We still have a long way to go. Alright. I thought we were getting closer to the surface than we actually are. I want to say surface is like negative 27, something like that. And we are less than 20 blocks below, but that's a lot of rebar and concrete. Frame placement is being a little weird. Not nearly as weird as it was mining out there in the desert, my gosh. There's so much tearing going on, it was so weird. Whoa, did I miss upgrading one of these? I guess I did. Huh. I didn't even think I was moving fast enough to do that. My broken leg. That zombie has been like chilling above me for like the last half hour. Can they sense me? And they can't even sense me right now, I'm still undetected. I guess one thing about doing this type of work down here is when the game gets foggy like this, I mean, we're not missing out on seeing much here. I do kind of like the way the base looks in the fog, though. It's kind of neat. As long as it's not like super dense and you can't even see like 10 feet in front of you. And if I had dug this pit all the way out rather than collapsing it, I probably never would have run out of stone. It would have taken a ridiculous amount of time to dig that all the way down, though. I would have had a ton of stone from doing that. Just thinking about all these layers as I'm adding them up right here. That was weird. Game kind of made me hop for a second. Oh my gosh, how long do we have left on this broken leg? 45 minutes! Oh my gosh. I guess I haven't been at this as long as I thought I was. I'm making a better progress than I imagined. Oh, I guess I shouldn't complain about my leg being broken for like 1 hour. It's like I fell all the way from my catwalk up there down to the bottom. Normally that would just kill you outright. You know, in real life here, that would just end your day. But even if you survived, it would take you more than just over a day's time for your legs to heal, splinted or not. It's like you'd probably have your legs splinted for like, I don't even want to guess. Who knows how much damage that would do, but at least like 6 months. I could imagine trying to heal all that messed up, all those messed up bones and everything. Oh, stop. Like picking up my frames now. I've been so used to that last frame being dropped on top of the row and needing to pick it up. I've just kind of started doing it out of habit, just like pick up as soon as I reach the end. Why did that say you don't have steel? The heck? That's really weird. It's saying like I couldn't upgrade a concrete block to steel because I didn't have any steel on me, but I should not have been reaching any concrete blocks. The nail gun was trying to go through a rebar frame. Well, there's that slight moment in between upgrading it from rebar to concrete, and I assume there's nothing there. That's probably when it saw it. Yeah! One more row. We're getting there though. Is that the zombie I keep hearing? It's like I see something. I can't tell if it's just a corpse block. Oops, hit the concrete. And there's still a screamer directly above me. Just been hanging out there. I guess if the screamer senses me, things will get a bit more entertaining. We're getting there, though. That's the one thing I'm kind of worried about, is I realize that the rest of this base build is pretty much going to be doing stuff like this. Laying down a ton of frames and upgrading them to concrete. With no, like, real design or anything cool coming out of it. It's going to be like the walls of a pit. Fantastic. And then the surface area, I've made, you know, a big flat concrete surface. Congrats. And it's really just for the overall look of the base, like it's just going to look really good when it's done. Well, it looks like I'm going to start needing to make some rebar frames here very soon. The ones I have on me are all I have left. That'll probably be something I do when I go out to get more boulders. Seems like I'm walking a little bit faster, but no. Still at a 72% movement speed. Did that upgrade? It did, okay. Maybe it's just the difference between walking backwards like that and now walking forwards. I wouldn't say there's like a ton of difference in the console version of the game. I know on the PC for Alpha 17, they, from what it looks like, they drastically reduced the movement speed while walking backwards, or while moving backwards, I should say, because you can't even really like run backwards like you can in this one. Pretty sure that's a zombie just hanging out up there. Oops. Kind of have to keep looking down right now. At least there's really not much of a chance of me falling right here. Like, I've definitely worked on some pits and things like that where there's like a pretty good chance of me falling off. This is mostly safe. I haven't decided yet, oops, whether or not I'm going to take this outer ring down. I kind of like really want to put ramps there instead of those blocks. And if I take them down before I reach the surface, I won't have to worry about banging my head up there while I'm doing this. Because pretty much what it's going to come down to is I'm going to need to do 2 rows once I get to the surface. So it'll kind of be like, put up 2 frames, upgrade, switch over, put up 2 frames, upgrade. And like, that is going to take a long time. It's either that or spend the time augering those down. I won't have to worry about it. I'm not sure which would take longer, honestly. 6,000 hit points, actually like 9,000 hit points per block on the top, or taking the time to switch between doing like 2 frames and upgrading and 2 frames and upgrading. Probably faster to do the 2 frames and upgrade, honestly. I'll just have to space it out right so that when I get to like right here, or wherever my stack is at that point in time, I'll be able to do like the last 2 frames, then step out over here and then fill in these 2. Not too bad. I've been noticing we've been getting kind of rained on out here, and I was wondering if it was going to start making me freeze to death. It hasn't been too bad. It must be some warm summer rains. Oh, it's day 236. I want to say 238 is the next horde night. A little bit more time before I need to kind of deal with that. About to be day 237. Hopefully I remember this time. Last time I went out and started like doing some mining of boulders and stuff, and noticing that the sky was just turning red on me. I was like, oh, it's kind of horde day right now. Can I reposition the chair again here? Keep myself moving about. I definitely get myself locked into a position sometimes when I'm building like this, because I'm just like holding down L2 and back on the stick is really all I'm doing right now. And then upgrading is, you know, same deal, just like switching over to the nail gun and holding down. Is it up to, I think it's L2, right? Yeah, same thing, same button. Where I've only upgraded a few million blocks, I know which button it is. But yeah, just holding down L2 still, and then moving forward. Almost caught up to pillars here. Which I have a feeling they're going to need to go up at least a few more blocks, which is unfortunate. It's like every 5 blocks that I raise those, that's how I've been doing it, is like in sections of 5, just to see how high they needed to be. But it's like every 5 blocks costs 6,000 concrete, 3,000 to make the pillars, 3,000 to upgrade the pillars. Because unfortunately, you can't make 50 pillar frames. You can make 100 pillar frames, which is great, but you cannot make 50 pillar frames. Check and see what our concrete supply is looking like after this. We're just like burning through everything that we had already. It would have been really cool if the game would have been better at supporting lights. I did want to put some lighting down here. I do like how you can see the lights in the base right there. That's pretty cool. But I'm basically at the maximum number of lights that I can use around this place. Already had issues with it crashing because of there being too many lights. Oh yeah, I didn't check my concrete. Alright. I think it takes about... Oh man, what was it, 150 to go around once? I forget now. Yeah, I should have enough to do at least one more row. I don't think I'm going to hop out of the pit for a bit. I've been kind of doing this for a while now. Maybe go light up the forges and then take off to go gather up some boulders. I guess what I'll probably do is just like stick pretty close by the base. Like, there's enough boulders right around the base. I shouldn't have to go too far. And I think I might just like kind of gather up some of the large boulders. I mean, if I can get like 1,000 stone out of each one of those, I'll just go like auger some of those down and be good to go. Oh, woo! Alright, so where are we at? We are at negative 39, so we're getting pretty close. So we probably have about like 12 more levels to do. pretty sure I'll have enough. But I had, oh yeah, I've got over 2,000 concrete. Okay. I'm gonna say, like, that's what, sometimes that can be, like, really irritating. Like, you're just working on, like, one more row of something and you run out. I had someone who was in my stream one time. I was working on a brand new base that I was starting and putting down the base layer of it, and I just, like, ran out of concrete. And there was just like this small section left that I couldn't finish because I didn't have my resources with me. I was building away from my base. And she was just like, no, you can't. You can't just leave it like that. I was like, there's nothing I can do. I have no more resources. I'm sorry. Felt really bad about that. And so we got about 1,000 concrete left. Just over 500 frames. So, I mean, we could do like 3 more levels with the frames that we have, but not with the concrete that we have. I'm just going to leave these frames here. I guess what I could do... Because then zombies can still, like, crawl underneath. Just, like, one less thing for them to hit on here. What are we looking at? 24 minutes. I guess it's kind of good that I waited. Because if I would have been out mining at night with a broken leg, that would have not been good. Did I already pick that up? I did not. Cool. Like, it's not a big deal to deal with the zombies when your leg is not splinted, but when it is, it's no fun. Oh my gosh, that was all we had left. I thought this was like our secondary supply of concrete. It's our primary. Oh man. Okay, so I need to pick up my exploding bolts, which I have a million of right now. 216, that's a lot of exploding bolts for me. I think that's the first time I've made that many to take with me. What do we got here? Yeah. We have iron for days, so I'm going to load these forges up. How are they doing on clay? 12,000, 12,000, 15,000, that's plenty. You don't use anywhere near as much clay as you do iron. Oh, actually don't have enough to fill this one out. And I think we're getting to the point where we're going to have to cut down the tree farm here pretty soon. What do I have going on in here? Nothing. I don't think I really need anything going on though. I believe we are good on most things there. Yeah, those just all need to be relit. Yeah. Let's see. Do those for stone. Those for iron. Right, three, yep. Oh. These already have a bunch in there. I forgot I just turned them off because of the screamers that were up there. as well make cement, right? Sometimes I wonder how that looks, like on a stream. You just see my crosshairs like moving all over the place, like I don't have control over it. Oh, it's because I don't have control over it. It's kind of weird when the game like it'll freeze for just a second and then it pretends like you've been holding down the stick the whole time, so then it just like shoots across the screen. It's kind of funny. There's nothing I can really do about it. And that other one must not have had a lot of iron in it. Oh yeah, it is really low. Nice. So there's 1,500 more frames. With what we have over in the chest, that should be enough to get us to surface, I believe. But even still, that's a very small number for what we actually need. So we have some repair kits. Did I make more gas? I have a feeling that I did. Definitely don't need to take this much with me, but I'm gonna load up the gas pumps. So this kind of bugs me. I don't know if you can really see it. Well, you can maybe see it a little better when I turn the light off. It's raining in my base right now. Even though I've got a roof on, it's actually raining in my base. The glass blocks are really bad about it. I'll actually start to get wet if I'm standing underneath the glass blocks. We're gonna take the long way. Let's see, I am wet. Oh man. But yeah, we're gonna take the long way over here because we can. I believe, yeah, we need some food stuff. Feels weird walking around the base with a gun out. It's very, very strange. Hey, wellness going up again. At 222. Do I really not have any wood over on this side of the base? Oh, that's unfortunate. Is there any in here? I got 14 wood right here. Is that enough to make 30 goldenrod? Oh, it's 10 seconds shy. I need one more. And that wood frame burns for a long time. 40 seconds? Nah, just do it. It's even like a bit more than I need. But yeah, I do need to come over here and start filling these up. Like this one's empty. I want to do like goldenrod, chrysanthemum, yucca juice. I think that's about it. Maybe I do 2 goldenrod or something. This one I'm gonna eventually fill up with beer, just because it's a good time. Alright, I'm good on that. And I am wet. But I am inside a base. Game. Please. That one's full. Should be plenty. I seriously doubt I'm going to use that much. I mean, that's what I said when I went to the desert, though. It's like, oh, I won't use this much gas. Definitely used all of it. Woo! And see, I need to get rid of all, like, these trees and all these shrubs and everything. Oh, there's a screamer. Oh, man. Alright, well, I have to deal with this now. And it is... Oh, it's daytime. I didn't need to drink a beer. That was a waste. They're so short, they're hard to hit. Well, she didn't summon in anything too fierce. I was kind of worried about there being a bear or something like that. That's always the worst. The bear's no joke. Oops, that was a bad shot. Yeah, I probably should have repaired up the, whatchamacallit, machete here. Yep, oh man. Yeah, well, whatever. I'll just leave it. It's either that or I like go all the way back up into the base. See, I am kind of like seriously thinking about putting some entrances right here, like where these pillars are at, because this goes right into the ladder system. So if I put like an extension of that ladder system to right here, I'll be able to like just run up into the base rather than only having well, you can't see it from here. There it is. That being my only entrance into the base. Actually, I'm gonna go this way. I want to say there's some boulders right over here. This is all sand as well. Like a good portion of that. I could just like dig all of this up. This is a very large boulder. And so like each one of these black dots is like these huge boulders. All the resource boulders I've already kind of come through and got. There's a few here and there, but I don't really need any of the other stuff. I just need stone. 40%. Go ahead and reload. Drop all this junk off. Alright. We had 0 stone when we started this, so it should be a good test to see how much one of these larger boulders gives us. I am going to kind of have to be careful, because if I'm using the auger for a long time in one area, I'm definitely going to draw some screamers over. It seems like mostly you have about a tank of gas or 2 before that happens. What do you mean? He's over here like wrecking my stone. Stop hitting that, are you kidding me? The AI is so bad. Like I'm standing behind the zombie and he's over here just like beating on the stone. This boulder right here is much larger than a lot of the other ones. Seems like the smaller ones are giving me about 1,000 stone. I'll be interested to see how much I get from this one. I'm interested to see if I can speak as well. Oh no! That's such a waste. That's such a waste. I'm gonna be more careful about that. What do you mean? Like, alright, whatever, game. Like, I need to be more careful about that. 5 seconds later, waste more stone. Should have brought a pickaxe out here. Pretty sure I'm going to be summoning a screamer any minute now. Although I should have a good number of them just like hanging out at my base right now, right? I'm not sure how the game handles that. Like if you're making a bunch of noise in multiple locations. It's like I've been mining though and come out of the mine to find like, you know, 5 or 6 zombies, or 5 or 6 screamers just like sitting up there. I could have them just all over the place right now. One thing I want to be sure is I don't want them like destroying these boulders around me, so I need to go take a peek here in a second. Just make sure I don't have a bunch of them just like stacking up. Because they'll get hung up on the boulders instead of like walking around. Freak. They'll sit there and just like beat on them and destroy all the stone. My gosh, this boulder was enormous. I had no idea. taking like 3 tanks of gas just to tear this thing down. Oh dude, we hit a lot of dirt. Alright, so that one boulder knitted us 6,000 stone. That's pretty awesome. Let's try to take a quick peek around here and see. We don't have any zombies just wasting all our stone here. So I think what I'm going to do is just drive a little ways away from here. That probably like really lit up the heat map. I think if I get far enough away I can take on, I see there's a POI here, so there's going to be a bunch of zombies. But if I get far enough away I should be able to like dig for a while and not have to worry about a screamer showing up. Build me a staircase. Well, I guess that wasn't so much building as it was digging one out. Carve out a staircase. What? Alright. But yeah, it seemed like, I was just looking at that, it seemed like it was taking 4 hits per block. Once I get below 50%, so I need to be more aware of that. It should only take 3 hits. And see, like, these small boulders are super easy to tear down. They just don't take very long. They still net me about 1,000. That's not bad. I was honestly surprised when I opened up my inventory and saw 6,000 stone from that other boulder. I should have been doing this a long time ago. It's like every once in a while, if I would have been like coming out here and, you know, digging up a couple boulders here and there every once in a while throughout the, you know, 240 days that I've played, I would have a ton of stone right now, I think. I'll have to keep that in mind next time. It's like every once in a while I'll come tear down a boulder. Like, make a trip out to the trader, tear down a boulder or 2. That would be a bad idea. I think it's about time to switch spots again, though. Oh my gosh. Kinda want to hit this large one right here. I really do like how this is, it's all marked on your map. So you can tell by the, all these black markers. These are all just boulders, like, and they're everywhere. What do you mean, game? Sometimes the, I don't know, the way the stone is laid out doesn't look like I'm hitting the block behind it, or that there's even one that could possibly drop down. One thing I think would be kind of cool would be to make your own stone, like POI, making like a cave or something like that. Or just like making an entire landscape would be a ton of fun. Because you can make all the different dirt blocks, you can get all of these different types of trees. I mean, you can't grow those types, the dead ones, or like the little shrubby ones. But so you can grow pine trees and maple trees, but you can get the, what are they called? I think they have like the spruce trees that grow in the snow biome. You can grow those. You can grow trees that have snow on them. You can make your own snow biome. Do all kinds of fun stuff. Yeah, I think that's another thing that's kind of really interesting about this game to me, is you can both like destroy everything in the game and like create anything within reason. Like you can't make everything that you see in the game, but you can make the majority of all of it. So I can kind of tell when you see that last hit being like the number 2 rather than 166. It's time to repair. So I'm trying to do this like pretty quickly and like not using as much gas. It takes 4 hits every time instead of 3. That adds up pretty quick like. Man, these giant boulders are fantastic. Oops. Missed one. Ah, come on now. Definitely hitting the dirt. Seeing the dirt pop up in there. Sweet. 2 full stacks of stone. I want to get one more stack. So if I do just like a few more of these like small boulders, that'll do it. These ones don't take very long. I mean, even that's not very much. 3 stacks of stone only makes like 9,000 concrete. It's like I used well over 9,000 concrete today already. Hey, we managed to not hit the dirt that time. And I really should switch locations, honestly. Whatever. If a screamer comes, we'll deal with it. Like, made y'all suffer through enough like mining today. At least put some more zombie fighting on here. I assume that's more entertaining. Oh, come on now. Oh, there we go. That's kind of rare. Every once in a while that'll happen though. Just get a little destroyed stone block out of the deal. You can also make those blocks. So, one of my last games, I was building a base in the hub city, and I tore down all the buildings in a 4-block radius. What I did was for all the holes that were created as I was just like digging all over the place, I filled everything in with destroyed stone, because the whole, other than the asphalt, like everything is destroyed stone out in the hub city pretty much. So made some of those and just like filled in all the holes I had made. That stuff breaks in one hit, so it's really easy to dig it up on accident. Alright, there we go. 3 stacks of stone. Now I might as well take you with me, because that's just going to be sitting out here till the end of time. Mini bike. And that's not too bad though. It didn't take super long to get those 3 stacks. So. Woo. That's also a really weird glitch. Looks like there's a bunch of sand there, and like right there, you can see that. Oh, okay, well it's gone now. But there's like 2 separate layers, like a sand layer, and then it almost looks like water. Really weird. Oh yeah, I should probably take the jacket off here. I'm about to go like stand by the forges or whatever my dude would completely melt. Oh, I also need to remember to grab antibiotics for the mini bike. Something I need to do before I run out. I don't ever want to be in a situation where I need antibiotics and don't have them. Sweet. Let's load these back up. Why not, right? That should be enough, yeah. Cool. These are all good to go. Just keep pumping this out. But yeah, I think that's something I'm going to have to start doing a lot more often. It's just like running around the base and scooping up some of those boulders. I've got a pretty good amount of sand right now, but well, I guess not too bad. But yeah, the stone supply pretty low. Pretty low on that. I guess I can go put away my one destroyed stone block. Oh, did I have more? Oh, I've got a couple in there. Neat. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with those. But I've got them. Alright. Oh, yeah. I need to repair the machete, like, right now before I forget. I bet I've got an even better one than that. I also need to bring back my workbench. I've still got it over at the other part of the base. Let's just combine these. Why not? We got a few extras. There we go. And food and water looking alright. Sure enough. Let's head over to the living quarters. Oh, one thing I should have done while I was out in the desert today is pick up yucca. I do want to make some yucca juice for the fridge up here. Drop off my jars. Oh, it was just one. Oops, I probably didn't need to make that trip. Let me get a pie right quick. Please? Thank you. Why did I want to come over here? There was something I wanted to do. Dang it, me! I totally forgot what it was. I mean, I don't need to grab the workbench right now. I might still end up using that. I think the living room might need a few more things. Oh, yeah. That's it. I need antibiotics. Just take like half of those and stick them in the mini bike and call it a day. Eat a vitamin, because why not? Yeah, that was the main reason I wanted over here. And see, I could have taken the oh, then I completely butchered that turn. Let's go this way anyway, why not? I'm just hyped that I finally have these hallways done and I can drive all the way around my base now. And I like being able to look out and see the horde defense. That's good stuff. Boop. But this is something I really do need to take care of. I will end up doing this next stream. I believe I'm going to call it a day for 7 days to die here. I need to get all this stuff picked and figure out what it is that I need to replant. I don't think I have any yucca. I do not. I don't really need the cotton or the goldenrod or the potatoes. Actually, like, I have no idea what I would even plant. Maybe I just let this hang out here for a bit. Hey, Christine. But yeah, getting closer to having the pit finished out. Can actually see the wall now. It's on its way up. So still need a lot more concrete for that. And I still need to figure out how high I'm going to make those pillars, but I will end up working on that some more next time. Yeah, thanks for everyone who came and hung out. And yeah, I will see you all later. Take care. Bye.